Welcome back, Kickback Conversations, episode 4. As you see up there, we have our open 24/7 shirt that we just dropped recently. We also hoodie.
Yeah, we have a new hoodie out there. So if you guys are interested in buying any of the merch, it also helps support the podcast. There's a really nice hoodie that we released. I would argue it's definitely the best.
I think it's the best
piece of clothing we have so far. So if you're interested in any of that, go check out my store, which is Aiden N Designs on Etsy, and it has all our stuff there.
Or Kickback Designs on Instagram. It's the Kickback lifestyle, really, just what we're promoting. So I would personally buy it. It has a nice angel on it, and I love it.
Yeah,
I think you did good on that design. That's probably your best design so far. But again, he has so many more waiting to be released. We're probably gonna release again in January. So just stay in tune and follow the Instagram. So how are we feeling, man?
Feeling good. I just got done with class.
What was your class?
My class was a uni studies class. It basically just helps you with like prepping for college.
You're in college. What are you prepping for?
It's just like studying habits and stuff like that. So,
but you should know how to study. You're at UCI. Like you studied all that time.
Yeah, honestly, it's just like a easy A type of class. Yeah. I was just told to take it, to be honest.
I think you're too good for that class, to be honest. To be honest,
it's fun though. We literally just talk in that class, and like it's not much. It's a very relaxing class. I can get homework done or do the designs.
And you just talk all the time in that class. You just chat up with people.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, today there was one question we asked of like if UCI had social life.
No.
And yeah, I agree. It's like
no, I hate UCI.
As I've been here like the past couple weeks, well, I kind of get mixed reviews because I have some friends in my math class. Shout out to them, but they basically they're talking about the social life like there's so much to do and they're always hanging out with people, and so that kind of got me in my head. I'm like, oh, okay, so there's a lot of stuff to do around here.
You don't live at campus, so I feel like you're missing out. Like I'd say for the most part, if people are living on campus, there's things to do 24/7. But with you have to go home every day, so I feel like that's the part you miss out on.
Yeah. Plus, I get out of school at like 5 every week, so it's like it's basically night by that time. So
basically,
like,
a 9 to 5 in college.
Yeah, pretty much. I just stay for studying, to be honest, and by that time, it's like it's 5 o'clock. It's late at night for me, at least, and I just want to go home. So I'm not in the mood to like hang out and stay around and stuff like that.
Fuck, that's why UCI is a terrible, not terrible. That's why they're
that's why not the UCI
is overrated college, and I do not recommend going there. Aiden doesn't recommend going there, so.
And then now we have to cut this out.
That's why you need to go to UC Berkeley.
No, but how is it with Saddleback though? Are you staying usually late or no?
I mean, for me, my latest class is on Tuesdays, and I get out at 4:20. But other than that, I'm out at in the morning. I'm out at 10:30 every day, and then. And then 2:45, so definitely not as late. I'm just going home. I'm not staying around for no monkey business at school. So
yeah. I feel like I always see your food reviews, so in the back of my head, I'm like, is this kid never go to school?
No,
your food reviews, I always see them.
I'm always at food. My friend Mason Pops, shout out Mason Pops. I was at the gym with him. He said he commented on my vascularity. He's like, "How are you so vascular? You eat like shit." He always looks at my food reviews. It's just me eating fried chicken, poke, sushi, and he's like, bro, you eat terrible, but you're still looking good in the gym. What's your secret? And he thinks I'm on drugs. I'm not. I just have a good diet, and I don't really like to talk about it because no one really sees the diet I've been doing for the past 6 months, where every day I'm getting my protein in, getting all my nutrients, like 6 eggs in the morning with either potatoes, tater tots. Then at lunch, I have beef, salmon, rice, avocados. And for dinner, I'm just having more protein, also just having fruits. On top of that, I have like a blueberry mango shake with protein. Just they don't see that part. They just see what I post online. Yeah. So that's why they assume that I'm just like not like a terrible eater in a sense. Mm-hmm. In fact, when have a really good diet.
Yeah, it really seems like you didn't want to talk about your diet there.
No, I love talking about my diet. I just no secret.
Wait, so what's like? I feel like losing weight is the hardest. I try to help some people, like friends and stuff, try to lose weight, but it's so difficult because like actually putting on the pounds for me, since I have a fast metabolism, I just have to eat more. But actually losing the weight is so much more effort.
For me, I've got the chance to lose weight twice in the past couple of years. Mm-hmm. One when I quit football the first time, then when I joined back football, I had to gain all that weight and I had to lose it again. The second time was way harder mentally, physically. Yeah. I remember looking in the mirror every day and I was like ashamed of myself and knew that this is not what I wanted to look like every day. And yeah, it's nice to eat all the fast food, all that stuff, and having a large shake from Baskin Robbins that's like 3,000 calories, like it's nothing. And my friend Bolton Bailey told me that to help you lose weight, you just gotta look in the mirror and just hate yourself. and that's what I did.
Sounds horrible.
I looked in the mirror and I saw my body. I saw my fat on my stomach. I'm like, I don't want to look like this. I don't want to look like this. So I researched. I watched a lot of videos, just what a good diet is, and I got into my passion for cooking and cooking my own food. Yeah. So instead of having to rely on like going out every day and making and spending money on that, I just once a week on Sunday I'd meal prep and just make food for the whole week. So my normal one's just beef and rice and salmon, but this week I'm doing pasta and chicken. Okay. And I follow many accounts that make you feel like you're eating like food that's fat, like food that's like heavy, like pasta is not really like a weight loss food.
But it's heavy in carbs though, right?
Yeah, but for me that doesn't really like affect me.
Weird. Usually it does, right? Well, I thought that was the one thing that helps you like retain water.
Well, it's not like going too heavy on the carbs. Like it's very limited in the pasta I'm eating. And it's to make you feel like you're eating fast food or like food that are like what's it called, like very savory and tasteful, but you're still losing weight. That's what helped for me the most part.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just like clearing the air out. No, wait. So with Thanksgiving coming up, like how are you gonna handle that? Because that's like with Thanksgiving, there's a lot of like kind of heavy foods, gravy, turkey.
I just saw a TikTok on this. This guy was like saying, "Oh, for Thanksgiving, if you want to like do this, just bring your own food, right? And just don't eat what everyone else makes." That's false because you gotta think about it. Thanksgiving's one time of year or mostly one time of year where you have all your family around the table. You're supposed to be celebrating. You don't know how many Thanksgivings you're gonna get. Like you don't know. Like in 10 to 15 years, you're not gonna remember. Oh yeah, I meal prepped for Thanksgiving. I stayed true to my diet through Thanksgiving. No, you're gonna remember all the memories you made, all the conversations you had with family. That's the things that are gonna stick with you. So, my biggest thing is live your life still. Like don't like it's good to be on a diet, but don't let that restrict you from having fun. Like if you're going to Disneyland, you're not gonna go be on a diet while at Disneyland. You're gonna be able to enjoy foods. Like eat, live your life, have fun, and you can still lose weight and be healthy. That's the thing, because no matter what, no matter how healthy you eat, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die eventually. True. So for me, what I tell people is just still enjoy your comfort foods. Like that's not having one cheat meal is not gonna ruin all your progress. Even if people think that, it's good to enjoy yourself. It's actually easier to stick to a diet when you do have those foods from time to time. Yeah, for me at least.
With Thanksgiving, I'm not much of a turkey
Happy Thanksgiving,
person.
by the way. Happy Thanksgiving.
Early Thanksgiving. Thank you. No, but for me with Thanksgiving, I'm not really much of a turkey person. So my mom will usually cook Cornish hen, stuff like that. Because Cornish hen, yeah. It's basically just chicken, honestly. But it's so much better just because the turkey is so dry. No matter how much gravy or anything you put on it, I feel like it's not really enjoyable.
My turkey's moist. Moist like...
Does your family cook?
Yeah, my dad does.
Okay.
My dad's a very great cook.
Do you prefer turkey or do you prefer something else?
Ham, easy. Really? I love ham. Nobody in my family likes ham. I'm the only one. I love ham.
Is ham usually a Thanksgiving type of dish, or?
It's Thanksgiving and Christmas. Some people do ham. Some people do turkey. I think ham is more like a Christmas thing, but some people do eat it on Thanksgiving. It just tastes better to me. And turkey, the only turkey I like is like the drumsticks. You know, like the leg.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, like the ones at what is it, Knott's Berry?
Yeah, like those ones.
I haven't tried those. Those don't look too good, to be honest with you.
At Knott's?
I don't know. If it's an amusement park, I feel like they're never going to be good, right?
Overpriced, overrated, not good. Doesn't taste that good.
It doesn't look good either. I know I've seen some like plenty of videos where it's like a little bit raw on the inside. Oh, have you seen the thing with? Do you know who Keith Lee is? He's a
food reviewer. Yeah, that's me.
Have you seen the new video with him? The whole like controversy. Basically, he went to this sushi place. I forget what it was called. I think it was Fob Sushi, I think. And then so he went there, and as he was doing his food review, people caught on camera. I don't know how people caught it. I didn't see it even when people mentioned it, but there was like a little worm on the tail end of the sashimi he was eating. And he didn't notice it until later, but then everybody started blowing up his video like super massive. Not as if he doesn't already have like massive videos, but they blew up it even more. And then so now the company kind of, instead of saying like, oh, we apologize, sorry for this, that, and the other, they took like the opposite route and started blaming him. Like, oh, it's the way he's holding the sushi, and the fish is still elastic, so it moves that way.
It was was it live worm or was it?
It looks like a worm.
Well, it probably isn't.
But what happened is a couple weeks later, a lady got sick from it.
Oh.
And then whole thing happened. So one thing led to another. And Keith Lee didn't personally say like, hey, I never want to destroy a business. I think they should be able to do what they want even if I don't like it. And then he didn't even mention their name or anything. Like, not mention their name, but he didn't outwardly come out and criticize them. Mm-hmm. But they still had that thing where they were saying, it's like, hey, the fish was moving. It's the way you held the fish with the chopsticks, which is like insane because that's not a thing.
I hope I can have that impact when I have like millions of followers for my food account.
Do you want to be that big?
I think it would be interesting just so like.
Do you have like a idol? Who's your idol when it comes to the food review stuff?
Nobody, myself.
Not Dave Portnoy? I think Dave Portnoy is so fun.
I'm not really like an idol. I mean, it's people that I think are cool, but like no one that like I like want to model my thing after. I think I just want to be unique. Mm-hmm. I don't really have that many idols. I don't really like do that stuff. But
no, really?
I mean, I feel like idling is taking it too far. For me, it's just like people that are like inspirational in a sense. Yeah. Like, and
do you have anyone that
like,
you would get?
I would say more call it like a role model than an idol. Mm-hmm. I think that's a better way to put it.
Do you have anybody you think you would be nervous to meet? Like if you were to meet them in person? I would say almost any celebrity, honestly.
Tai Two Fly, Joe Kenji, and Russell Westbrook.
You think so?
Russell McGo. I'd be so nervous to meet Russell Westbrook.
I feel like you have a more personal connection with Tai Two Fly.
Well, Tai, but
than
still,
like a fan type of thing.
I feel like we're homies. And he also recently just followed me on Instagram, so that was like the greatest day of my life. And
yeah, explain that feeling. Like we got the follow, and how's that for you?
Okay, so last week our podcast, right? We were talking. My spotlight was Tai Two Fly, his new song "Cold Case." So I was like, oh, I'm gonna show him the video just to, like see what he thinks. Mm-hmm. So Aiden sends the video. I sent it to him, and I go upstairs, like I'm just brushing my teeth, getting ready for bed. I think I take a shower, and then I see the text. Aiden sent me like, bro, Tai Two Fly just followed our account. I'm like, no. I'm like, oh, he followed our podcast account. So I go on Instagram and I see he followed me too, followed my personal account and our podcast account, which that's big. Following the podcast account, I think that's bigger than following personal. He also posted our clip on his story too, and he's a real one for this. He also went on our YouTube and commented on our YouTube. Love, brother.
With fire emojis.
Love. He's talking to me. He loves me. He doesn't love you.
I don't know about that. We're a duo. Remember the 50% split? Like the Tai Two Fly love goes 50-50.
Imagine he's gonna be on the podcast. That's 100%. I think he's gonna be on
the podcast. In the future, for sure.
Definitely. If that's one person for sure.
I think it'll be cool once we're able to get some guests on. I
think like some big guests. Yeah.
Who would be your dream? For me, my dream guest would. I have a comedian, Andrew Schultz, that I watch.
I probably know him if I saw his face. I don't know off the name though.
No, he has the Flagrant podcast, and his stuff is really funny. I would love to get him onto the podcast because that was the guy who kind of inspired me to do all this stuff pretty much.
Yeah, me too. That's the same guy. I'd want to get, Tai Two Fly. I'd love to get Joe Kenji. I'd want to get Russell Westbrook. I want to get, who else would I want to get?
Who would be like the one dream guest? So like if you could have only one person and they would be like your favorite person to get on, who would it be?
I can't be biased, but probably... Oh, that's a tough question. I think low-key, high-key.
P. Diddy?
No,
That'd
Diddy.
be a crazy guest to get on. That'd be so weird.
Maybe like a Drake, or maybe Obama. Imagine Barack Obama on our podcast.
The only thing is I would crumble from being so nervous. I just wouldn't know what to say. Like it's so easy to watch.
We'd have to get so many questions to ask him.
Yeah, I think. Dude, one of my questions would probably be how he manages all the stress
from being president.
Yeah, I mean it's genuinely a stressful job.
That's the most stressful job. You have 300 million people.
You're making decisions for the country, and then one wrong decision, the whole world condemns you.
Oh my gosh!
No matter what, it's it's one of those situations where you can never misstep, and that's kind of I think the thing that comes with fame too, is that once you reach a certain level of fame, you just start getting nitpicked by everybody.
And everyone just likes to hate on you for no reason. Like LeBron, everyone hates on LeBron.
Yeah.
Everyone hates on everybody. Even if they're doing something good, they always find some reason to hate.
This is crazy to say, but isn't there some instances in sports, whether it's like football or basketball, where the fans have yelled slurs at the players?
Yeah. Russell Westbrook's a target of that so many times.
And you just got to push through that. It's tough, but you just got to get through it.
You're like, bro, I make millions of dollars. You're paying to watch me. There's a difference.
It's like you paid to show up to this game. Why are you angry now? I understand it's like an opposing team, but still, it's like going that far is.
I'd also want to get Mr. Grub on the podcast. Or no, Big Grub on the podcast.
Isn't that you? Isn't that your nickname? Oh yeah.
Big Grub.
Big Grub, my favorite guy.
He's
my
upcoming
favorite
food
guy.
reviewer, so I really want to get him on the podcast. But
Okay.
yeah. Maybe also like Jon Jones, maybe,
Oh shit. He would be fun, I guess. I don't know.
or like
It depends if they're all there. I'm still worried a little bit about the CTE. I would feel like some of them would just like kind of.
no, but then we have to have a segment where we're fighting Jon Jones, like two of us.
You
both
think
of
we can
us.
take him?
No.
I
I think we'll try, and then he's gonna fucking just clobber one of us. You know the Stipe kick he did, the one that knocked him out.
Yes.
I
Oh
think
my God.
I think he's gonna pull one of that on you, and then I'm gonna be like, I tap out immediately. So you're gonna get Stipe kicked, break your rib. I'm just gonna tap out.
What did you think about the Jon Jones Stipe fight?
I feel like people are like criticizing him for fighting a 42-year-old when like people
But
hate on.
he's old too.
Yeah, he's 30, but like people hate on you for no reason. Like he won the fight, he dominated. He went at a very like slow pace and just attacking every point of his body instead of just being like aggressive. He controlled that whole fight, and I thought he would like submit him, but that kick sounded.
He was brutal. He broke a rib for sure. There's no
when
doubt in
I
my
saw that
mind.
kick, I felt that in my rib, bro.
You'll have that. I'll have that sometimes in UFC fights. We'll be watching like highlights or just like replays of previous fights, and there's just some punches that land or some elbows or some kicks, and you just cringe. Like that stuff looks so painful. And it's like the only thing that keeps you up in that moment, like, is adrenaline.
Yeah, and then
I think it's the same thing with sports too, a little bit. With lacrosse, for me, my adrenaline just helped me stamina wise. Because when I'm running and sprinting full speed on the field, I don't feel tired at all. Not fatigued, not even one bit. And then I finally get called off by the coach to kind of switch with another player. And I'm like, and then I'm completely worn out of breath. My lungs are burning.
That's what you gotta get that water. You gotta get the water. Which fight do you think was better, the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, or the
Jon Jones by a mile? But at the same time, Dana White said something during the press conference after Jon Jones fight, which is like, you guys tuned into the Mike Tyson fight.
Yeah.
Expecting what? He's a 60-year-old guy fighting Jake Paul, who's still really young. Genuinely, what did you expect?
It's gonna be a slow fight. People think it's rigged. Still, and like again, like Jake Paul, no one's gonna give him credit. Like you couldn't even knock out a 60-year-old. Like blah blah blah. Like he still got paid like $20 million. So,
dude, both those guys got fat paychecks. Like it's insane. I feel.
It was a boring fight, and Netflix kept crashing. So
that's what my dad was telling me. I didn't
kept crashing. There were 60 million people trying to watch.
Really?
Yeah, that's the most streamed boxing thing, I'm pretty sure.
And I mean, I think they have I don't know which sporting event it is or which event is next, but I think Netflix is streaming the next big event.
They're streaming WWE.
Maybe it's that then.
Yeah.
But you just have to make sure everything's in place because Netflix is such a big company, and I understand it's like your first time doing this type of thing, but you just have to nail it.
60 million.
Yeah.
I was watching it illegally on TikTok, so.
Really?
I was always.
I have a Netflix subscription, so I'm just like, I went on there. Whenever I can, I try to watch it.
I have a Netflix subscription.
Why didn't you watch it then?
I
I just don't like the TikTok ones because their music plays over it and it's just kind of annoying over the fight.
I'm so stupid. I literally have a whole ass Netflix account. I didn't
Just forgot.
even think about that.
Yeah.
I'm just so addicted to legally streaming things. So
when Netflix though, like before the streaming thing, I feel like Netflix is overall a really good website. The only problem I have with it is that it has such a high quantity of shows, but a lot of the shows I feel like aren't that good.
I feel like they lost so many shows like other streaming services. I feel like they were like a flagship streaming service, like one of the first ones. But now there's like Hulu, HBO, like
I love HBO.
Disney Plus. Like Netflix can't have Disney movies anymore. That's all Disney. So I think they took a lot of Disney movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's
I
because
know.
Disney Plus
Yeah,
is
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So no Star Wars, no Avengers, no Marvel, like all that stuff they lost.
Do you ever watch Netflix though, or like do you ever
No.
use the streaming websites?
No.
What do you watch usually? Are you like
I don't watch TV.
are you a YouTube person or what do you do when you have free time then?
Play video games, read,
Which ones are you grinding out right now?
college football, NCAA 25 college football. Started with the Boise State Mountain Goats, a created team that I just made up.
Okay.
Like I downloaded it on the download center. Now I'm playing as the Mountain Goats. So we're in year 2 of our dynasty right now, and we're just
Like the better version of Retro Bowl probably, right?
100%, bro. So fun. Like I don't get bored of it. I think this is the first game that I like never got bored of. Like all the other games, like if I play for like a long time, I'm getting bored of. But the first time when I had my dynasty with James Madison, I didn't get bored a single time. I played 27 seasons. And
Oh
I
my
played
God.
every single game.
How long does that take?
Well, I started in July, and I played up until, October something. So, yeah.
Oh, so
I played
a while.
every single game. Didn't miss a game.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't get bored. I had freaking fun.
Was this? You said your content was really deleted recently. Was that the same
No, that
content, or was that different?
that was New Mexico got deleted. New Mexico Lobos, Go Lobos.
Mm,
But yeah,
unfortunate. I've had that happen to me with a couple of my games too, but I play more like completion-based games or like grindy games, just because like I never really grew up with the Xbox or a PC or anything. So when I did play video games, it would be on my dad's Mac, and it's just not built for it. So I'd be running on like 0 frames a second. It'd be the worst. I'd be lagging so much. So I never really got to like get a handle of games. And now now that I'm 18 and I haven't done any of that, I'm just not adapted to using a controller.
Once you get
anything.
into it, you're gonna be hooked.
I'm a mobile gamer to the core. I will mobile game
You're
till the
not
day I
gonna
die.
No, you gotta try it at least. Like you haven't lived until you had a PC or an Xbox.
Would you ever play any of those games though that are grinding based, like Minecraft, Terraria?
I don't like Minecraft.
Any other type of games? I don't know.
Oh,
No.
nah.
So it's all sports games with you.
Yeah, but like it's for me again. It's like video games are a thing that makes me relax, and I'm just doing it to like kick back, relax, and just like calm my mind. Really,
I caught that one finally.
I know, thank you,
finally,
but-
after 3 episodes, I finally caught one of them.
But for me, just something to like clear my mind where I'm like super stressed. I just hop on a game, just forget everything. So it's more just a calming factor than just like playing for like a certain like.
It's like it helps you de-stress after like a
100%.
Yeah.
Like after this, I'm definitely just gonna grind that game.
yee.
Would you rather? This is would you rather. We get 2 questions. We ask you, would you rather this? A, B, C, B, bop, bop, boom. What is your would you rather question this week?
Yeah.
You go first.
So yeah, for my first question, it's would you rather be able to speak all human languages or communicate with animals? It's a hard one, I know.
I think for me, I think all human languages. Because imagine the people. Listen, you know how hard it is to like translate. Like if you go to China and be like, oh, I gotta learn Chinese, gotta learn Mandarin, all that stuff. Imagine just go to any single place, you automatically get to connect with people. Like speak, is it speak and understand?
Yeah, speak and understand.
Yeah, for sure. Because if you were, let's say, a tourist at any place, you're not really a tourist. Because you know their language, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think they know the place well. My kind of thing that I would ask you now is, I would argue animals know the area the best. Because if you're a tourist going somewhere, animals probably know the best spots. They've been there for a while.
Think how crazy you're gonna look talking to an animal, though. You're gonna look absolutely psycho.
Who cares? I'm gonna be at the best like noodle restaurant in Japan because I talked to that squirrel
and then
on
you'd be
the
like,
tree.
how do I say this in
Plus, think about it like this: animals get food for free. They'll just run into a restaurant and try it. They've tried everything. They have good taste, probably. I would hope.
Hey piggy.
But then
what's the best ramen place?
Exactly, and he's a bit restaurant place. Konnichiwa.
No, I don't.
I'm Asian, by the way. If you want to flame for that, flame for that if you want to.
I don't think that's. I don't know. I disagree with you. I disagree with that one.
I also got to pose that if you're like swimming, for example, a shark tries to attack you, at least I can negotiate.
Dude, the shark is not gonna care about.
I can negotiate.
Your negotiations.
Hey, dude, how about I go up there? I have a bag of chips and a sandwich.
They want blood. They don't want
you.
Your
Don't
chips.
take my. There's great ham in that sandwich, and I'll be like, don't take off my leg. Take this ham sandwich instead. And
what are you gonna do when he says no?
I'll be like, what's over there? And then I swim back.
It's not gonna work.
All right, what's your would you rather
my
question?
first one is: would you rather have the power to never feel physical pain or never feel emotional pain? Emotional or physical pain?
Never be able to feel emotional pain or never be able to feel
like physical pain. You can jump off anything.
No, emotional.
Really?
That's so easy. Yeah.
Really?
Again, just super easy questions from your part. But
yeah, I don't know.
no, I would do emotional because physical pain, it doesn't mean that I can't get physically hurt. For example, what happens if I walked, or for example, if I was cooking something and I put my hand down or I did something to where I was resting my arm somewhere, right? And then it laid on something hot and my arm just starts burning and I can't feel it. And then
You don't
next thing
know,
I know,
yep.
I look over and it's down to the bone. And I'm like, oh. And you still have to get surgery for it. But if with emotional pain, you can never be hurt. And I think there's also like, you don't have to like worry about judgments or fear or anything like that. So there's no like, I don't think you have a confidence issue if you don't feel emotional pain.
I'd feel like for physical pain, only like if it was in a sport, like let's say football, you like hurt something, you wouldn't feel it, and you could keep going.
I mean, it'd be good. The only problem is like,
I agree with you. I agree with your
if you
point.
don't feel it, you're just gonna be stacking up the injuries until you just completely just drop.
I like that. Emotional pain
Alright.
too. Emotional pain too. Good.
So
Good
for
point.
my next
Again, another
one,
basic question by me, right? Just get the most basic questions. Yeah.
basic.
Okay, what's your last question?
Would you Okay, would you rather always feel no pain but also no happiness, or experience both extremes of pain and joy intensely throughout your life?
When you say pain, like sadness or
Yeah. So for example,
so
would
like
you rather
basically
not
what
be
I'm
able
living
to?
right now?
Sure. I don't know what you're living.
Would you rather?
You're super pretty
Would
happy.
you rather be me or?
Yeah. Which one would you pick?
Well, the first one have no pain but not feel
You don't
happy.
no pain but no happiness either, or super amounts of happiness but also like the worst.
So
depressions
bipolar.
and worth.
So me.
Yeah.
So we're basically just you're basically
I didn't know you had bipolar.
you're basically just saying, do I want to live and just never be happy, or just live like how I'm living right now?
Yeah. Something like that, maybe.
I guess live how I'm living right now, so I can at least have some sort of happiness.
Right.
How about you, Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Hotshot?
Okay. Where's the
Okay,
anchor coming from?
Are we gonna do it right now?
No, do what?
Don't worry about it. What
I feel like
what
it's
would you
an
say?
AO situation.
No, Ayo. What do you think?
No, I would honestly go the same.
Really?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
so you feel some sort of happiness?
It'd just be depressing to go through life with just not feeling any happiness, but also not feeling any pain. I think you just feel like lackluster.
Just
You'd
nothing,
just be
really.
boring.
That's
Yeah.
a very complex question. Damn, where are you finding these questions at? I need to go on that.
All right, I just went basic for basic with you.
No, that was very complex for you.
All right.
Okay, would you rather? This is a super basic question, super easy question. Would you rather have a rewind button?
Oh wait, what?
A wee wah, a wah wah. Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button in your life? So you're gonna go back in time, or you can pause. Let's say you're taking tests. Pause. I don't condone cheating. Pause. Okay, resume. Or
No, rewind.
really, what would you use the rewind for? Like what examples?
I would do that. I would do exactly that. I would cheat in class. I'd look at the person's paper. Teacher would yell at me. Rewind. I already remembered the answer.
I feel like
write
you
it
just
down.
paused it. And that's okay. What's
No, but
another example?
Rewind is better because you can always end up back in that moment all the time. With pausing, you just stop that moment. But what happens if you miss the pause? What if you're a little bit slow?
Okay.
What do you do?
What another example are you rewinding in life?
Rewinding, mess up. If you mess up something, let's say, for example, I would take a super risky deal for success and hope that I make a lot of money. And then when I go bankrupt, I rewind it and then try something new.
You rewind like 1 year back,
Right?
I
I feel like that's
I
okay.
guess.
What are you thinking? Because I feel like you're
For pausing, I just feel like it would be so good. Like let's say, first off, let's say, what example could I use that would convince you? Okay.
Nah, you just don't have a good example.
I do.
Come
No,
on.
no, trust.
Just
trust,
throw out any
trust.
example. I'm
Trust.
open-minded.
Okay. So let me get the scenario out for you. So you're crossing the street
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
you don't see a car.
Mm.
And what do? Instead of reacting and getting hit, boop, go out the way, boop, live on with your life.
Mm.
Again, you could rewind that, but I feel like pausing is more exhilarating.
Oh, so you're not
You're like-
going for the easier life.
No, you're like
just going for
playing
the more
with the-
fun life.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
Or-
I'm just going more realistic. I'm just trying to make as much money as
Or
possible.
no, you could do that like gamble. You could do that like, let's say you're at poker table, pause, look all around, play. Now you know if you want to bet more or just what's called fold.
But that's what I'm. What
That's
I mean, you can do the same thing with rewinding.
no. I feel like
if anything,
pausing's
it's
better.
more exhilarating. This is my argument. It's more exhilarating because when you look at the other people's hands, they start getting super, super angry at you. And
That's-
then you try to explain yourself out of the situation just for fun. And then you rewind and like, I already know his cards. I don't even have to look now.
Okay.
You get the information of the future and also be able to go
Disagree
back
to
in the
agree.
past.
Disagree to agree.
All right. That was Would You Rather, guys. Let's get back to the program. No,
Also,
I've been doing like a lot of driving recently down PCH to like kind of de-stress. That's my thing.
Yeah.
And I've been actually like, This is a great way to start off your day to going to school, by the way, is just driving down PCH, and I'm lucky to be able to do that.
And then just going to the
Yeah, usually I take the freeway, but the freeway is so boring. It's just other cars going fast, whatever. But then I can go PCH. I'm just chilling, going like maybe 40, 50.
on the
I'm
way
just
to your
chilling down the road.
bum-ass school.
And then get to watch the beach, see the beach as I'm passing by.
Then
Saddleback is literally the biggest bum school. What are you talking about? UCI is not a bum school.
Dude,
you guys are the biggest bums
You
out
go to
there.
UCI and you just immediately have a frown on your face. I see it every day.
Not even. The smartest
Yes,
people here,
even.
the most fun people
Are
here.
you,
Maybe
are you
we
the
don't have a
smartest
social
people?
life.
Are you the smartest people here?
Smarter than you. I am smarter than you. That's why I got into UCI. Did you get into UCI?
Did I even apply to UCI? I didn't get. I did not.
I don't think you
I'm
did.
just gonna say I didn't get into UCI just to make it feel better. I got absolutely rejected. Like didn't even get a chance.
No, but come on. Like Saddleback is high school part 2.
It is. Yeah, definitely high school part 2. But save money.
Do you feel like the maturity level is any different?
No, I feel like I'm in high school.
Really?
I feel like I go in my English class. I feel like I was just in English class like last year. I literally mess around.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's any bullying still going on that you see?
No.
No.
No, bro. No one like. Again, I feel like just no one cares about shit. Like, no one cares about like. Again, I feel like in high school you're like caring about what people think of you and all that stuff. Now I'm just like more free, like a free bird. I would say.
Yeah.
I can wear what I want. Like I'm wearing a freaking Ninja Turtle shirt. No one would say anything.
Yeah.
But if I wore that in high school, people would flame me for it.
Really?
So just it's just being like I get to be more myself. I would say.
High school kids flame people over the corniest thing. It's like the most random thing.
It's
You're
all like-
wearing a gray shirt today? Yeah.
You're wearing a Nike jacket. I didn't know Nike made those clothes.
Yeah. I don't know why. Kids are just so like.
Follow the
It's just
leader.
like-
Follow
yeah.
the leader.
It really is a sheep thing. One person says something, the other person jumps onto
Yep.
it. It's like, I don't know. That was like the one thing I was afraid of in high school. I had a little bit of that in the beginning. It wasn't bullying, but I was more afraid of the idea of bullying. So I kind of just like shied away from certain people. And yeah, I think that's what everybody's kind of afraid of to some degree is like bullying to some sort. Or you just become the guy to bully.
Are you a big bully? Do you bully people?
Try not to. I try.
You try.
I try. Every
I'm-
now and
I'm
then
a-
I'll laugh at a person.
I'm a victim of Aiden, by the way. So he's a big
Hey,
bullier.
Hey, yo, dude.
Big
What?
bullier. Always making fun of me. Always making fun of my shoes. my
Yeah, the shoes are bad.
socks.
Today, what do you got on today?
Crocs.
Explain to the people. Okay.
I got Crocs, my two-tone apparel sweatshirts. I mean, not sweatshirts, sweatpants. Shout out to Two-Tone Apparel. And I got my Teenage Mutant Ninja shirt that I have matching with Steel. We have matching shirts. So
Okay.
where's our matching shirts? We have matching Kickback
Well,
shirts.
Got the shirt up there. That's a nice one. That was my first one that I created where I was like genuinely
Proud
satisfied
of it.
with it.
I
Yeah.
like that one. I wish it was a different color though, but that's just me.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a big black guy. So
You've been getting in the designing stuff though. You've been wanting to like help and
Yeah.
collaborate on some stuff.
It's-
How's that been for you though?
it's interesting at first because like at first you don't know what interesting at first. At first you don't know what you're doing and you're just throwing random stuff on there. But you got to imagine again. Some people like to be self-centered in the way they design. They think, "Oh, I'm doing this for how I'm gonna like it, and only tailored to me." But you have to tailor it to everyone in the public eye to think, "Oh,
Yeah.
am I the one that's gonna wear this, or is other people gonna wear this?" Because I feel like I'd rather have everyone wearing it than just me and everyone liking it. I'd rather not like something and everyone like it than vice versa. You
The
get
only
that?
thing with I get what you're saying. It's hard to do that just because a lot of the stuff that I've created now is only stuff that I feel like I would enjoy buying.
Yeah.
So like kind of you got to get lucky to some degree, right? You got to hope that you have good taste in clothing and stuff, but it's all different. You remember like we said the sweatshirt that we have out right now is my best one and it's a really good sweatshirt. I would want to wear it too.
I'd wear it.
But I was talking to one of my friends in class about it and he didn't like it at all. He didn't really like it.
Why not?
But it's
What do you- why not
he
like
just
about it?
he's more used to more relaxed colors. What we did with the hoodies or with the hoodie so far is that there's kind of bright colors, whether it's the orange and stuff
like
on
that.
it. My friend just likes more muted colors, like
Well, that's him.
and I'm gonna try to create something more like that because I had never thought about that before. But it's more like white. He had a shirt that he was wearing that was like white on blue. You know what I mean? Kind of like the silhouette of a face, but in white, and then on a blue shirt. So it's all subjective. That's the thing. You never know. So that's why I say like don't get too stuck up in creating what's for other people and try to create for what's yourself because that's the easiest to understand. It's super hard to understand other people because you can't ask for people's opinions, but then it's also a lot deeper than that. Like, why do you like this specific thing? And it's always changing. So, yeah.
But
Has it been difficult though? Like, have you
Yes.
been going through a lot of trial and error with the shirts?
and trying to find things also because our brand is Kickback and trying to make clothes that like appeal to like a more relaxed. Because for me, I love flashy things on a shirt, and I had so many shirts that I was trying to make that are like up to your face, aggressive, but that doesn't really fit our style of our kickback. So it's trying to divide it and make it more. I would say like more like instead of choosing put a tiger and like a lion on it, putting like a panda and a koala on it.
Yeah,
or a sloth. That just fits us more.
It fits us more. Yeah.
Doesn't fit me as a person, but
You
it fits
can
me
always make anything work. You just got to be open-minded towards it. I agree with you, though. It's really hard to make a tiger or a lion work just because those are more aggressive things. Yeah. I tried to do the panda thing recently. Didn't work out.
We're aggressive in the way we kick back, though. Like, I'm an aggressive kickbacker. Does that make sense? I'm an aggressive kickbacker. Are you?
Depends. What do you mean?
Elaborate. I kick back freaking aggressive.
Elaborate.
I'm kick back.
I think I just got him. He doesn't know what he's saying.
I'm kick back. I'm relaxed, and I'm aggressive. Ah!
So aggressive. Oh my god, that scream was so aggressive.
That's an aggressive kickback.
That actually.
Are you a lightweight kickback?
If you scream like that before we fight Jon Jones, we will win. I think you'll scare him with that.
No, he's just gonna scream back and he's gonna scream like a lion in my face.
You guys are so scared. But no, there's a lot of stuff that you end up throwing away with designing. I will run through like 5 different designs, and not trash it, but just like move on and forget about it. And just keep trying and trying and trying until you land on something.
And also, we can't really until me and Aiden 50-50 make more money. We can't like bulk buy like clothes. We can't let's say that shirt. We can't buy like 1,000 of those. Just have it out there. We have to explain what your process is.
Basically, how it works is we use a website where we only have to pay for a shirt. Sorry, we only have to pay for a shirt. Once a customer buys it. So I'm actually not holding on to bulk. Yeah. The other person's holding on to the bulk of t-shirts, but then once a customer buys it, they just print it on, ship it out for me. So it gets all the hard stuff done for me, whether it's the shipping, all that stuff, and the printing, the stuff on the t-shirts. So in the long term, we'll definitely get bulk. Once we get bulk, things will definitely become a lot cheaper. Yeah. Just because they have to go through that extra step, they're going to obviously charge me more. Yeah. So once we get to a certain level where it's sustainable, we'll definitely start releasing shirts with like cheaper prices. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so that's why the
can't
prices
promise
are
anything,
like that,
but I think so.
Yeah, and we're both. I'd say I'm getting more into fashion, more designing clothes. So it's gonna be interesting at first or in the beginning, but once we get more comfortable with the design process, I feel it would just get easier. It's
honestly, it's a thing of just trial and error. There's no avoiding that. You just keep doing it. I'm now like 2 or 3 months into it. I still, like I said, I showed you one recently. We have one in the vault that we got that's pretty good. But it took me like 5, 6, 7 designs to like finally get to that one. But it's just like, okay, that's garbage. Let's move on. That one's garbage. Let's move on. And it all like hints you and pushes you towards something. But yeah, eventually you figure it out. It's a lot of trial and error and a little bit of disappointment, but with time. I mean, with fashion though, do you feel like you're big into fashion? When you're kind of dressing for school, are you thinking a lot about what you're going to wear? Just kind of throw anything on?
Like, there is always, I have a set schedule. I just put on a random shirt. It's normally like a plain shirt too. Like, it's like plain black or plain gray. And then just sweatpants or shorts. That's it. And then boom, out the door. And then back, put on some slides, and boom. I don't really think about it.
Comfy fit.
Yeah, because I'm only there for like 2 hours, 3 hours at the most, so. And I also got no one to impress but myself, so.
That's fair. I just like sometimes I'm honestly the same way for the most part. I feel like I just have good looking shirts that I have already that I can just throw on plain shorts, and it works out for the most part.
And flip flops.
Not today. I'm wearing the shoes.
This is the first time I think I've seen Aiden without flip flops. So this is actually we're gonna celebrate after this with a flip flop cake. So.
Yeah. Today we're filming on off day, so that's why I had school today, so I had to pop on some shoes.
Yeah, because my work schedule now is gonna frick us from behind.
Are you excited for that? Not freaking you from behind, but excited for the actual.
Both of those, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'm a little nervous. Well, also sometimes I get too hard on myself. Like if I make a mistake early, I like to get like down myself. Like, oh, why'd you make a mistake? This and that. But being able to be open to learn and do the wrong thing and make a mistake, because that's only gonna help you in the long run. Because you'd rather make a mistake at the beginning than you learn from it.
Yeah.
And just get better. So I think at first it's gonna be like just getting used to working there, meeting people at first, just trying to talk to them and get more comfortable with them. But I feel like once I get in the flow, I'll be fine, and I'll be excited to work there. And I hope I work there a lot so I can make more guap, more Money.
And is this going to be just a winter job, or is it actually like a long-term
I
type
mean,
of thing?
right now it's just like a winter job. I'd get out of it at end of January, but I hope it can be a long-term job, and I hope they somehow see that I'm a great worker and they want me around longer. But that's the goal. 'Cause I'd want a job that like locks me up for a while.
With being in a 9 to 5, do you feel now that you've done this stuff, because you had a job before, right?
In summer, yeah. Ethica, working in a warehouse for 8 to 5 every day.
I used to love those underwears, but working a 9 to 5, do you feel like you're meant for that? Do you like 9 to 5s? Do you feel like you could do that stuff, or no?
No, I'm meant for therapy, man. I'm meant to talk to people. I'm meant to just get to know people. Like, I remember so many times when I was doing it, I'm like, yeah, everyone loves it here, but I don't love what I do. I'm doing this for just money. And it wasn't an easy job, too. I was on my feet. I was getting, I think, around, like, 16,000 steps, like, in a shift. Like, steps, like, walking. So, like, that's... Okay. I went to Universal and Knott's while working there. I got more steps working than I did at amusement park. And, like, amusement parks, that's where you get your most steps. But I was getting more while I was just working at a job.
Oh, wow.
So I was always on my feet, very little breaks, but
16,000 steps is insane.
Yeah, because we had this thing that was called what was it called? Oh, container. Well, where a long container would pull up, and we have to unload all the boxes. They'd get a box, throw it down, get a box, throw it down. We had to stack it on, like, I forgot what it's called. We had to stack them, take the stacks, move them. It was an hour just... I was really sweating. Like, I was drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
That was the hardest thing that I do, was getting the container out. Shout out everyone at Ethica, because no bueno, no fun.
No bueno.
No bueno, no fun.
Bueno.
No bueno, no bueno.
No bueno way, fool.
No
okay,
bueno.
What was I going to say? Oh, wait, say what you said again?
About which part?
The 9 to 5. Oh, yeah. Oh, I was going to say this. Okay, so with pulling out the boxes, that was a lot of, like, heavy work, right?
Yeah.
And would that ever, like, injure you or anything? Would like lead to back strain or whatever?
No, I don't think I was doing it for that long for it to be back strain. I only worked there for 3 months because I couldn't work there during school because, again, 8 to 5 on school days.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to do anything, and I have no flexibility. I'd have to take class at night, which don't want to do.
Good bosses, or?
Yeah, it was chill. I mean,
I feel like some people hate their managers. I had one friend.
No, he was definitely cool. He was very flexible and super nice and sweet and funny.
Yeah.
Sweet's a bad word, but
sweet's
consider
fine.
it. Consider it, I'd say.
Consider, okay.
Consider it to, like, people. I showed up every day. I think I only missed one day.
But he would help, like, conform to your schedule. He wouldn't be too strict to being like, you have to show up this day no matter what.
Oh, no. It was, well, the schedule was every day, like, at the same time.
Oh, okay, okay. But, yeah. Oh, I just hear a lot of stories with friends who have a lot of bad manager experiences just because their manager will be tough on them, or their just manager won't care at all and they're just not helping or anything.
Yeah.
Because I had one friend who worked at a retirement home, and as he was leaving, as his shift ended,
Derek?
Not
Derek,
him, someone else.
Love you,
He was
Derek.
backing out of his parking spot. As he's backing out, he feels a boom, and he's like, "What?" And it's like one of those like, "Okay, who hit me? Who hit me?" And then he leans out his window, and sees who it is. It's his manager. His manager just boom, backed up straight into his car. He was like coming out of a parking spot, and his boss just wasn't looking. And then the most annoying part for him was when his boss came out, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, man. You know, simple mistake. I didn't see you." Or, come on, it's fine, right? And he's like, no.
What?
My friend
The
just
boss
like
was like that?
No, the boss was like, "Yeah, oh, it's fine. Like, like I'm so sorry, simple mistake. Like I didn't see you."
Was there a lot of damage?
I think it was like a dent. Fucking idiot.
Welcome. This is Spotlight of the Week. Aiden, what are we spotlighting this week? What is Aiden Newton spotlighting in the music world?
Spotlighting Ed Sheeran's song called South of the Border. It's been a song that I've been listening to on replay this entire week.
What makes it so good?
It's just a good pop song. Pop or hip hop. I don't really know genres too specifically, but it's one of those two genres. Really good song. It's like an old classic.
It is an old classic.
Ed Sheeran
like
song.
2018
Ed
vibes.
Sheeran's always really good. So if you haven't heard it yet, or if you have heard it but haven't listened to it in a long time, it's a really good listen.
Okay.
What about you?
The better spotlight this week is me. I'm spotlighting The Crossroads, Corday's third studio album. This is his first album was A Lost Boy, which is one of the best debut mixtapes of all time. And the second album was From a Bird's Eye View, which people thought was a step down. But The Crossroads, he brings it up to a whole new level. There's a stacked featured list. Lil Wayne, Anderson .Paak, Juicy J, Ty Dolla $ign, Jordan Ward, Lil Wayne again. He has Kanye West on this album too.
No, really?
And then Joey Badass. So
Wait, who's that?
you don't know who Joey Badass is? Oh, listen to Joey Badass. You just know who Joey Badass is. But this is a 17-song album, 48 minutes, so pretty short and sweet. And it's not like exaggerated like how other albums are with like 25 plus songs. My favorite tracks are Mad as Fuck, Summer Drop with Anderson .Paak, Back on the Road with Lil Wayne, Saturday Mornings Lil Wayne, and No Bad News featuring Kanye West. Those are my standout tracks. So if you're looking for... Cordae is more like a lyrical rapper, I'd say, more like a J. Cole. So if you're looking for that type of music, the features, there's a lot of features, but the features feel needed. There's nothing that's forced, I would say.
Yeah.
And I'd give the rating, honestly, an 8.8 out of 10. I feel like it's one of the best hip-hop albums dropped this year. And people also, I feel like it dropped very under the radar. Like, I don't see a lot of people talking about it.
Hear about it.
So I feel like this is the album Cordae is finally taking the step up and taking music way more seriously. So if you haven't listened to it, I recommend checking it out. You should listen to it too.
I probably will over this weekend.
I actually added some songs to my playlist, so I'll listen to it. And that's our spotlight for this week.
Keep it short and sweet, man. Let's get back to the program.
So it was like a little dent, like a little.
It was a little dent. It was enough to annoy my friend, just because like
It was noticeable.
His boss doesn't help, like isn't nice at all in the way that he's like when my friend had a homecoming in high school or winter formal, his boss would be like, "Sorry, you still have to work." He's like, "What? I want to go to winter formal. I have high school." And he's like, "Well, sorry, you have a shift today." And then and he eventually quit his job, but that was one of those things that it was literally the day before he told his boss, I think, that he was going to quit the job. It just definitely sealed the deal for him. But that's the only thing with 9 to 5s that I don't like is that you have someone kind of
bossing around,
pushing you around.
Ian's very individualist. He's very big. He's his own boss. Per se.
I just want to have a lot of freedom. I have things I want to do, like
freedom.
Traveling wise. Freedom. We can't lose. Okay. That was horrible. That's not gonna look
freedom.
But no, I just want to do things like travel, skydive, random things like cliff jumping.
You can skydive any day of the week.
No, I can, but I want the time and the freedom to do it.
Okay.
I don't want to be restricted. Like, okay, I can only do it on weekends.
That'd be a good podcast segment.
I also would need someone. Would you skydive with me?
For a podcast, yeah. We have to film it, though, for a podcast. We have to have our mics. Like, maybe 100 episode.
Would you be scared at all?
No.
No?
I mean, maybe a little bit, but, like, I'd do it.
What type of fears do you have? Are you afraid of heights? Bro.
Heights.
So
I'd do it.
Would you be afraid of skydiving?
Oh, maybe at first, but I think that's just, like, one of those things where, like, oh, you can say you skydived. Like, with my tattoo. Like, I can say I have a tattoo.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you have a tattoo. You have it always like covered up. Yeah,
see it.
No, I would want to do skydiving. Another thing, cliff jumping.
Hell no.
I kind of wimped out. I went on my trip to Italy. I could have cliff jumped, didn't do it.
Hell no,
so
we're not cliff jumping here.
What's the same difference?
You can't even swim. You can't even tread water.
Brother, I know you're so much worse than me. Like, be real.
No, bro.
I had like swimming lessons and everything.
I had swimming lessons too.
I could have been the next Michael Phelps if I sticked with it.
No, you could have been the next freaking. I don't even know.
Exactly.
Nobody.
You know I would be the next Michael Phelps. I'd be good. Good.
I
can do some clean butterflies. Come on.
Maybe you could be a good fencer. That's about it.
Oh no, I suck at fencing. Yes. I actually did that in middle school.
Really?
I didn't do it like with a class, but our PE would have us do random things every week.
And fencing was one of them?
Yeah.
No one got hurt?
Maybe. I don't remember. But yeah, my PE in middle school, we'd always do different things, and that's how I found lacrosse. Is initially I didn't like lacrosse because I couldn't learn how to cradle. And then once I figured out, I just fell in love with the sport. And that's kind of usually the trend for me. If I'm good at the sport, I'll love it. If I'm not good at it, I'll never play it a day in my life. But yeah, fencing was one of the things we did. We did hot yoga. That was another thing. Pretty much.
You loved that one, didn't you? You're a big hot yoga. You still go to hot yoga today, right? Correct?
No.
You still go on? We don't want to expose you for going to hot yoga every week with your mom.
This is embarrassing, but I did have a period in time where I was like really sad and stuff and whatever, and I was trying to do anything just to kind of like fix my mentality. And I think yoga and stretching was one of them, but then I just gave up after the first day. That's Cap. He still goes with Miss Noonan every Wednesday for hot yoga. Don't slander my mom. I'm not slandering Miss Noonan. That feels like I felt the animosity. That's not slandering. Miss Noonan. You guys can't see his eyes, but his eyes like said like red hatred. Red? Because my eyes are red. That's kind of funny. Boo. No. No. What would you say though, like with kind of like de-stressing and doing that stuff when you're kind of in like in a bad spot mentally? Did your therapist like ever have like any suggestions for you or like methods?
The first thing he told me was our first Zoom call. He said, "Oh, whenever you felt sad, do 5 push-ups."
Really?
Which I thought was the weirdest thing at first, but it helped.
It helps.
Or just journaling, getting your thoughts onto a paper, or like what I do, like get my thoughts out loud and just speak, basically like to myself. My mom always thinks I'm weird for doing that, but it just helps like get it out. Like whatever your thoughts are, just decompress, get it all out, and get it out there. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. So you talk to yourself.
Yeah, and I talk to the crowd.
The crowd. Yeah. What crowd?
People freaking love people watching.
Your imaginary friends.
Yeah, my imaginary friends in my room.
Lovely.
But yeah, just get it out, and just that's what he told me a lot. Also, sunlight, getting outside and getting the sun on you. Vitamin D, really? Sunny day. Yeah.
I guess that's fair. No, I've heard that before.
Yeah, there's actually a thing called light therapy where people where there's not that much sun out, where like in eastern countries they have light therapy where they just have light shown on them, and it apparently works.
Yeah. I think I heard something like what you're saying, that there's I think it's Greenland. I could be wrong, but it's one of those places that don't have a lot of sunlight, and they have like a super high suicide rate there.
Yeah.
Just because also those people live in a village where all you do is you're hunter gatherers. So you just hunt, and then it's the repetition that like causes people to kind of like
I don't want to do this anymore.
Lose passion with life. Because although kind of like schedule is good to have, because you do need to have some order to what you do, but to do the same thing to where you know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, you can literally predict the future. That's when it kind of gets rough and you're like, oh, you're trying to get through the days.
Okay.
But yeah, those are some of like that's one of the videos that I've seen on YouTube where I'll be browsing like late at night, just scrolling on YouTube. You don't?
Just you? Not me.
Just me.
That's just you.
You don't watch YouTube though?
I used to have it like before bed. I'd always just watch Flight Reacts in my room. Fucking crack me up all day, but I just stopped. I just stopped watching. I don't know why. I just stopped watching TV in my room at all. Like that used to be like a one of my comfort things. Is if my mom was watching TV downstairs, I'd just go in my room and watch like YouTube, but not no more. I guess just now my phone, which is kind of bad. It just takes up everything now. But
I mean, no, I'm the same with TikTok. But like I don't know. I love YouTube. It has a lot of stuff there.
You
like,
post
a
on
lot
YouTube?
Of different content. I think so.
Yeah, a little bit.
Do we? I think there might be a podcast out there called Kickback
Conversations on YouTube.
I heard it's a really good podcast.
I didn't know that you could put like a video on Spotify.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
So I guess I knew that, but I didn't think of it. So recently, for those of you that don't know or aren't on Spotify, I did post not a YouTube, but a video version of the podcast on Spotify as well.
So you can just watch. I thought like the difference between like Spotify and YouTube was like, oh, if you want to listen to podcasts, you do it on Spotify. If you want to watch it, you do it on YouTube. But now you can just do both on Spotify.
Yeah, and if you just want to listen to it, you don't have to watch the video.
Yeah.
It's just there
and
if
you
want to.
You can switch to audio, switch to video. It's really easy.
Yeah. No, I saw that from the Joe Rogan podcast. His stuff is kind of what I
were inspired by to do that?
Not inspired, but where I kind of got my information from regarding like actually putting a video up. Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I think it's good. I like the video interaction more anyways. It feels more personal.
I agree.
I feel like there's more stress. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely a lot more stress that comes with a video because you have to act a certain way. My posture is bad right now, and now I'm just realizing it, and it's probably been the entire podcast. Yeah. But no, I kind of like to do it that way.
I'm fine with it anyway. As long as people watch it and view it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Or listen.
Wait, off topic real quick. Have you seen the Kai Cenat Mafiathon? Have you been keeping up with that at all?
Every day. It's like Andre Iguodala. There's Benny Blanco, basketball player.
Blocked. Oh, yeah.
By James. Lil Dicky was on there.
Lil Dicky's funny.
Yeah. I think iCarly was on.
Yeah, iCarly.
Good Luck Charlie. There's just like random people.
Lil Uzi.
Yeah, Lil Uzi was on it.
Kodak popped a perk on stream, which is crazy.
I saw the Mafia-thon. There's this woman who was live for 3 years straight, which I don't know how you do that. Like
insane. I saw that too.
Like, what's your electricity bill? Like, when the power went out. Like 3 years straight since November of 2021.
Yeah. And the cool thing about her is she didn't really get any recognition from it. So during those 3 years, she maybe got grinding. Okay, so I'm speaking from a place of ignorance. I don't really keep up with her. My only knowledge of her is from Kai Cenat. But to my knowledge, she didn't get any big views because when she was on stream with Kai Cenat, she didn't say she ever got nominated for Streamy Awards or anything like that. So nobody really gave her that recognition she deserved. And it's cool that like Kai Cenat now, it's really like
he has so many millions of people now. She's gonna get popular. Now she's gonna watch, and just thanks to him, he has that influence.
Like, dude,
could you do that? Could you?
No, absolutely not. Because the amount of energy you have
3
to keep
years
up,
straight.
Like, think about the podcast. Just the podcast.
Imagine
we film roughly an hour, 2 hours every time, and we have to keep our energy up, do our thing. Sometimes after the podcast, we're tired. I couldn't imagine doing that for 24 hours every single day.
Could you film a podcast for 3 hours? I mean, for 3 years straight.
No.
Would we run out of things to say?
See, the thing is, I think after 3 years, it would stop being so much of a podcast. We'd start going down that Kai Cenat route where we're just doing activities. Oh, today we're going to be doing our podcast at Knott's Berry Farm or Knott's Scary Farm for Halloween and stuff like that.
No, like next year, we're definitely doing that.
Kai Cenat's really smart, though. That guy's a marketing genius.
He's a millionaire. He had 400,000 subscribers from the thing. I think that's $1 million just in 1 month.
Really?
400,000 subscribers.
And you saw that somewhere? Or?
Yeah, I saw it on my information, my news, my TikTok news.
You know, I always got to trust TikTok.
I always got to trust TikTok. That's my trust.
Like Tick Facts.
Tick Facts.
Just facts.
Tick Facts, yeah.
But no, with Kai Cenat though, I think. Oh no, sorry. The thing that happened to him recently that kind of definitely stood out to me and like further reinforces this guy is like doing his own thing and he's in his own lane. He's like the Mr. Beast of streaming. Yeah. But the thing that happened is, as the Stream Awards are coming up, obviously certain people are getting nominated for certain things. I recently figured out that you could only get nominated for 4 awards at max.
Yeah.
What happened this year, which sets a new record and changes up the rules and everything, is Kai Cenat got nominated for 5. I don't remember which 5 they were, but they were enough to say, like, usually they'll say, okay, if a person gets nominated for 5, we'll just throw away the one that people wouldn't really realize that it's gone, right? Mm-hmm. But Kai Cenat hit all 5 right on the head.
Like the main ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then they were forced to change the rules and say, okay, now the maximum is now 5. So now, like, Kai Cenat it's that insane to where he's like completely affecting how an award event is conducted and the different rules behind that. I think that, so whenever you see the speeches at the end, don't you ever think that's like super stressful? Like when they're going up on the awards and have to give the speech. Because I can feel that's so much stress on the person.
If I won Podcast of the Year, I wouldn't prep a speech. I'd go up there and be like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for Podcast of the Year. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank my dad. I want to thank my partner in crime, Aiden Noonan. And I want to thank for all the fans for supporting us, giving us our recognition. I want to thank the people who voted for us. And yeah, that's it. No episode Monday. Peace.
Oh, that's pretty good speech, to be honest.
It's quick. These obviously, like, and again, like, I wouldn't go into like expecting to win. I'd be like, oh, if I win, cool. I have like, I guess, a little something to say. But I want to go like full and be like, October 28th
I would cry,
was our first episode. Or I think it was 20. Whatever, one of those. It was
no, I know when it is actually. It's September 28th. I only know
October
that because
20th. No, not you said September.
I know.
October.
Was it not?
When we weren't. No, we didn't do this in September.
No.
Oh wait.
No, it is September 28th. It is. I know.
Really?
I know it because I put on a newspaper recently for one of the designs I was doing.
Yeah.
So I know it's September 28th. Yes.
Okay.
That was our first episode came out.
It's November. It's almost November 28th.
Yeah. You got to think we missed one of the weeks.
And we missed the first time we did it too.
But we also did a practice episode.
Yeah.
First, so that took up 1 week, and then so on and so forth.
September 28th was our first episode. We didn't know what we were doing at first. It was kind of we started filming at UCI out of all places.
The best school on planet Earth.
And it was sad going here, but we grinded. We grinded so hard, and then we bought our own studio. We spent a couple hundred racks on that. We just kept going, man. Nothing stopped us. No hate got to us. We just kept going. Thank you to my mom. Thank you to my dad. Thank you to Aiden. Thank you to Travis Daddy. Thank you to Tie to Fly, and that's all it took. We grind. Thank you so much. We did it. New episode Monday. But that's how we peace. That's how we'd end the speech. We have to say, new episode Monday, peace.
And what would you do if everyone started booing you?
Dude, I freaking want to work.
You'd cry.
What are you booing? No, I'd be like, what are you booing for? Do you have this? No.
Wait, did they boo Will Smith after he smacked Kevin Hart? Not Kevin Hart, Chris Rock?
Yeah, I don't know. I would have been like, hey, he spoke out on his wife that cheats on him. But
you think he was in the right?
I mean, there's definitely better ways you can do it.
I don't think he was in the right
I don't think
at
you
all.
go up and slap him.
The thing too is like you're also a celebrity. Way different standards
Like-
that you have to be held to.
Will Smith was like one of those people that like untouchable celebrities. Like everyone loved Will Smith. After that, like some people didn't, but I think it's still like pretty renowned that people love him.
People love him. Yeah, I think he's past it.
I think he got over it, which is surprising.
Was it very bad that he did what he did?
Yes.
Yeah. Is anyone supposed to do that? No.
No, but
People,
he did.
Like, I feel like you've had plenty of stuff said to you where it's rude or not, and you haven't just slapped every single person. Like, you could, but you haven't. It's just like, how is a kid who just got out of high school, who's in a bum school like Saddleback, gonna have more like more etiquette than you? That's what I kind of thought.
Saddleback is not a bum school, man. UCI is the bum
don't know.
school.
You say you want to go to Chapman, so you're also trying to get out of Saddleback. So you don't
Well,
even.
obviously,
You're not even committed
you
to
can't even stay at
Saddleback.
Saddleback.
Exactly. It's a bum school.
Even if you wanted to, that would have to be set. I have to
By
fail
the
all my
way,
classes.
before anyone gets serious about this is all satire. Any like Saddleback lawsuits that are incoming.
UCI
Your school's great.
UCI lawsuits,
This
keep
guy
them coming.
attends.
Keep them coming, UCI. We're not scared of you.
Ah,
If that is satire,
whatever that means.
whatever that means. But I would have a shirt that says satire on it.
Okay. And
That's just an idea. Like,
Yes,
fuck
and?
you. Fuck me 2 times. Fuck you 3 times. Fuck me 4 times.
you like fucking. That's what.
Whoa, no, I don't.
You said it. I
No.
didn't.
That's just our joke to each other.
It's a joke until it isn't, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you staring off to?
Just my amazing board, my amazing artwork over there.
Yeah. For you guys can't see it, but he usually preps a board beforehand to kind of get our
fits
ideas
your
down.
aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful aesthetic, just very
The
orange.
aesthetic that people can't see.
The aesthetic that people can't see. It's
That is just goes
it's a low-key
unappreciated.
setup we have here, just low key. We got the soundboard, we got our mics, we got a little shirt up there, we got some light. It's a very small area too. You guys probably don't know it, but this is a very small room. 2 big backs can barely fit, like 2 hippos, like me and Aiden. It's
You're
tough.
the only hippo,
It's
bud.
tough out here. It's like we're like
What was the heaviest you were at?
215.
Oh my god.
Now I'm
Ugh.
but now I'm 174, 173. That's 40 something pounds.
That's impressive.
So like, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, clap a little bit more. Let me get
No,
a
I
couple
don't
more
want to spike
claps.
the mic. No, that's impressive though. Usually, you have people kind of shortcut it with like supplements and stuff.
But the thing is, like, I was more proud of this because it was over like a 6 month, 7 month journey. I feel like it was like
Okay.
obviously you want to lose weight fast, but I felt like it was more natural. Like, okay, lost a pound, lost 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds. Just kept like going, boom, 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 boom. It was so worth it.
Now you've kind of plateaued, right? But you want to stay.
Well,
at this
no,
weight.
yeah, I want. There's no reason for me to go any lower, and I might go like I'd say my ideal weight is like 180. I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to go up?
Well, but like go up slowly, like not just like spike up. Want to like build
I feel
more
like
muscle.
this weight is solid. The one that you're at right now, 170. I feel like fits you.
Maybe I remember my mom. Shout out Mrs. Miller, best mom of the year. Mom go bye.
Am I on first name basis?
No, just say mom or say Miss Miller.
Miss Mom.
Bye. Go mom. But yeah, she's like, Evan, you're losing so much weight. She hates that I'm losing weight. She like when I started, I was at 170. She got so mad.
Really?
She's like, you're too skinny. You need to eat more food. I'm like, no, mom. I love being skinny. She's like,
That's funny. 170 is light, brother. I understand you're taller than me, but 170 for me, I'd be at like fat.
you'd be chunky. You'd be on those donuts on the syrup.
Right now I'm 145. I can
Damn.
get up. I can get up to 150, 155 is like kind of the weight I want to be at most, just because like muscle wise I'll look the best. But I'm really not trying right now. I'm not big into eating. I really don't. I hate like having to like stuff myself to gain weight.
Chick-fil-A. What the heck are you talking about? And
That was a small meal.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but you didn't see it. But Aiden had 1 sandwich, a 12-count nuggets, milkshake, mac and cheese, and a salad just to bounce out because of course you want to be healthy, right? The salad just bounced out all the sugar.
I didn't know we started lying.
That's
Since
no
when
cap. That's no
when did
cap.
we start lying on this podcast?
Whoa.
I didn't know we were liars.
Well, okay, we're cutting that part out then. Fuck you. You ruined it. You ruined that part.
All right. For any of you guys that want to check us out or are interested in our social media, my Instagram is Aiden_Noonan and my TikTok is Real Aiden Noonan.
Where can they find your clothes at, by the way?
You can find my clothes at my Etsy store called Aiden N Designs.
And my Instagram is evan.miller70. My TikTok is Evan, the Big Grub Miller. And our podcast accounts are Kickback Conversations _ on Instagram, Kickback Conversations on YouTube, Spotify, and TikTok. So check us out. Episode 4 done. Let's
Episode
freaking
4 is
go.
done.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.
I set trends, you follow.